Well, the summer update finally dropped, so here's my obligatory video on it. Excuse me if the quality of this video is a little bit different than usual. Normally for these kinds of commentary, essay type things, I have a prepared script, I have like a narrator voice actor person to voice it all for me because I hate my voice, which is ironic considering I'm a content creator. I basically just want to get off my chest what I'm thinking about the update, so I'm doing this relatively off script. I have a few points I want to make, but for the most part, it's just me rambling, stream of consciousness, all that. So, excuse me if this video is going to be long. I have no idea if this video is going to be long. Who knows? Yeah, so the update finally dropped. It was kind of what we should have expected, I guess. It was a holiday update. Got new hats, war paints, taunts, unusuals, and 14 maps. 14. That's just insane to me that we got that many, considering back like when TF2 first got released, 6 maps was a lot. Like it's insane. I've barely even had time to play all of them, but that's besides the point. We also got a new Versus Saxon Hail game mode, which immediately got taken away because it's buggy as hell. Which, speaking of which, in Valve's fashion, this entire update is broken. Missing textures everywhere, new map exploits out the wazoo, players apparently being back banned for using the Steam UI. I don't know how credible that one is. And a lot of other things. We've already seen the patch only a few hours after launch, fixing a few of the bugs, the biggest one being the map cache work. You could literally just walk into the enemy spawn. Luckily that got fixed. And I'm sure everything else will be fixed in the next few days. I was immediately really pissed off on how buggy the maps were, but this always happens in a major update, so that's fine. But what's next? Now that we've finally got this long-awaited, really hyped summer update, partially hyped by me, I'm sorry about that, what can we expect? And no, I just don't mean like what the contents are for the next holiday update will be. I mean like what can we expect from TF2 as a whole? This update, in my opinion, gave us insight into what Valve is willing to do, and it's really not that much. So, what's next? First, I'm going to share my opinion on the update itself. I'm getting so many DMs as to what my thoughts are on this hat, this update as a whole, this map, blah blah blah. I was literally walking out the door ready to go roleplay D&D as a sorcerer when I suddenly got so many pings in Discord that a new update has dropped. I mean, I had to mute my phone immediately. Needless to say, I was out of breath. Although I predicted it would arrive before the 14th in my summer update video, I honestly had given up that the update would arrive anytime soon since last week. July is usually when Valve goes on vacation, so I figured after like the 9th or so, they were on vacation. We wouldn't get an update late July or probably mid-August, but we got it. It's an update. Now don't get me wrong, the update is exactly as we said, well, mostly what we said, a holiday-sized update. I was just hoping for a little bit more than just that. I'll dive deeper into that in a moment. Cosmetic case is okay as a whole. Nothing really sticks out to me as amazing. The war paint case is great too. I love it. Although we got like so many different kinds of these gray, simple war paints, I like them. I love team service, and I love secret service with the passion. Even though they're really simple, it's done well. I just wish we had gotten a little bit more variety, but that's just me. And the unusuals. Oh god, I don't even know where to start with the unusuals. I rarely get mad at games, but come on. We got amateur, shoddy work mixed with these tacky low-tier effects that just muddy up our performance in game. We got static PNGs just falling and orbiting around low-effort particles. God, it angers me, disappoints me. It could be me just being pickier about unusual effects now that I'm a workshopper myself, creating my own effects, but really? How did we get this in the game? There are a few gems, such as Bamboo finally getting what he deserved and having his own effects in-game. He's deserved this for many years. I love his work so much. About time. And the Mountain Halo effect is also quite good. I definitely want to pick one of those up, but the others? No, especially the taunt effects. Like, how does the Pyroland taunt fit in the game at all? I'm gonna be trying to snipe someone and then immediately get flashbanged by these bright color bombs. Why? Now the maps, however, I'm very happy about. I haven't even had time to play all of them, especially the Version Saxon Hail ones, considering it got removed before I even had a chance to play it. And we have 14 maps in total. But the ones that I did play, I really enjoyed, despite the obvious bugs, glitches, performance issues, all that. If you ignore all of that, it was fun. I played with a few of my friends, and I genuinely had a good time. Either learning these maps, or in the case of Sulfur and Reckoner, I felt nostalgia, because those maps have been in the community for a long time. I'm surprised they haven't gone in game before. Valve overall did a pretty good job in selection of maps. I will make like a very full in-depth video on how each map, each cosmetic, each unusual is, like my opinions on that. That'll probably just be a community post though. I don't need to make like a full video on that. It's not as important. Yeah. Alright, so next is, what else did we get? Oh, we got Taunts. I should probably talk about those. We got the Killer Joke and Signature, which I love. Those are actual proper taunts, which I like. But the heavy car, I knew it was going to happen based on the trend of every merc having their own vehicle taunt now, but I was really hoping Valve wasn't going to add this one. It's definitely going to be a pass for me. It just doesn't feel right. I'm also likely not going to buy any of the taunts, because over the past few years, taunts have just felt stale to me, feeling more like emotes that we would see in other games. But that's just me. The taunts are okay, other than the heavy one. I'm fine with it. And the bug fixes. The bug fixes are nice. I'm very happy that I was right about them changing steel. Not about them adding it to comp, so that's on me. But they did really change it, like really rework it, which is convenient considering I'm about to have a competitive match of Steel on Monday. They completely revamped it, fixing many of its like issues in gameplay and bugs. And I'm also especially happy about that NVM glitch finally being patched, where if you're in the upgrade station, it'll kick you out a lot. But why'd they have to go and work on my boy Monster Rock? You don't understand the sheer joy I have in breaking this map as engineer. Just going outside of the map, under the map, all of that. But then Valve fixed it. I knew it was bound to happen. That's good on them. Why? That was the only reason I played Monster Rock, honestly. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything in the update. Oh, yeah. We did not get any community fixes. Why? I do not know at all. We were told that we would be getting a lot of community fixes from the Steam Workshop, but nothing's here. Apparently, Eric has sent out a message saying that they will release a future update incorporating a lot of the community fixes, so that's something to look forward to. But that was like the big thing about this update, was that it was gonna feature community fixes. That's a little disappointing. And the fact that this update got delayed a few weeks from the original time kind of disappoints me. What were they doing in that time? Obviously not playtesting maps, or else we wouldn't have all these bugs. Sorry, I'm getting very negative here. I feel like Valve did a okay job. It feels kind of like the bare minimum though. So I know it's all that two developers can do, considering this is a huge game, but Valve is such an expensive company that I don't know why they do the bare minimum on this kind of thing. It just feels like they really did go out of their way to do much. I mean, even for the Version Saxon Hail game mode, the new voice lines that we got apparently are from this impersonator. It's not even the original voice actors at all, and it's pretty apparent. Now, I do not discredit him. He did amazing work. He has a great range, but it obviously shows that it's not the original voice actors. When you hear the voice lines, it becomes pretty apparent. And it's a little disappointing considering I'm pretty sure most of the voice actors would be more than willing to do voice work for TF2 again. That's what I thought the Sniper voice actor was doing in his tweets recently, but apparently not. So, alright, so now let's talk about what's next for TF2. I was already working on a video regarding what would happen if this would be a holiday-sized update, like Smithmas, as in what we can predict would happen with that kind of update, what's going to happen in the future, all that. So, and now that we're in that reality, I guess it's only fair that I share those predictions. First, I expected a major player spike, which we definitely did. I did not expect how high it would get though. I think our all-time player peak is now 250,000 players, which is insane for TF2. Before it was like 180, I believe. So that's insane. And the next month, we're probably going to keep having the player count really high, maybe even higher, until players eventually get bored of the updates. And I believe the player base will continue relatively high, even past that. Especially since we're getting 2 holiday updates pretty soon as well with the Halloween and Smithmas. So players will definitely have a lot to do to keep themselves occupied for the next, I mean, throughout the end of the year, honestly. The next few years is what I'm very worried about, though, if this continues. Our player count has been at an all-time high. Yes, it's amazing. But our retention is awful right now. Because of all the bots and glitches and everything that's happening with TF2 right now, players don't play this game for a long time, which is very disappointing. And holiday updates aren't going to solve that. Getting new cosmetics, new war paints is always nice, but that's just ruining our game stability and performance, in my opinion. I love getting new content like that. It's easy for Valve. It's a nice thing for us to have new thing to play with, but it's just meaningless content at the end of it that just cluttered TF2. Sorry for a second there, I had to go rest my voice. I haven't talked in this one sitting like this in a long time. What I was saying was, these items, they're nice to have, but they're such low effort content from Valve. They just find things on the workshop, a lot of them not even that good, and add them to TF2, which makes the performance of the game poorer and the stability of it. I mean, you can barely even trade in TF2 right now with the new, you can barely even trade items in TF2 right now. It's such a hard time trying to load items, load inventories, process trades, all of that, just because of the sheer amount of items we have. I think we have like 30,000 items or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I think it 30,000, something like that. And so many unusual effects. We have like 280 right now. And it's taking a toll on TF2 as a whole. What we need? I don't know what we need. I'm not part of the Valve team. I'm probably never going to be part of the Valve team unless I can pull some strings. And I don't even know if I would want that. It's a hard job. And I don't know what there is to do about TF2. Now, I'm making it sound like TF2 is about to die in like a year. No, that's not happening. I'm just worried because I feel like it might within a few years. And that TF2 players will drop pretty dramatically, or the game might get overrun by bots. Bots and cheaters are such a big issue in TF2 right now. I hope we get better patches for that. Now, surprisingly, I haven't really seen too many bots in the new update. Normally for this, we would get overwhelmingly overrun. I guess they just haven't learned pathfinding for this update yet, and we'll see within a week. But yeah, many of these items and new maps that we're getting are nice, but they're just causing more bugs and exploits that only make the game even more frustrating to die. So, but TF2 won't die immediately, but this pattern of just getting a lot of holiday size updates each year might make it. I know I'm being very pessimistic here. This is just my initial opinion on what's happening right now with TF2. I might change my mind. It's just, I just get annoyed when everyone's so happy about the state of TF2 when it's really not that good. We're not in a great spot right now. I do hope we get out of it. I don't know how we can, but yeah. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my train of thought here. I should probably end this video soon. My mind's starting to wander. So, what was that saying? God, the life of someone with ADHD. Yeah, so TF2, I love TF2. I hope it sticks around for a long time. I quite literally grew up with this game since I was 7 or 8. So I hope Valve starts putting more effort into TF2. This update, as I said before, is pretty bare minimum. They just incorporate the usual items from the workshop and add maps. The one thing they tried to go out and beyond with was First and Second Hail, which isn't even working. I don't even think there's an update out at the time of me voicing this video. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the update. What's probably going to happen in the next few years. I hope Valve does a little bit more. Probably not in the Halloween or Memphis update. They have a really rigid structure and how that goes. I hope the next update we get is a good community fix update. I feel like that's gonna breathe a lot of life into TF2. That's what I hope. Alright, well, I don't know how to end this video. I don't really have like an outro or anything, so, bye.